Welcome back. Today, we are exploring one of the most chilling and unexplained mysteries in history. If you enjoy unraveling unsolved cases, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. In 1959, a group of skilled hikers set out on a trek through the Ural Mountains. They never returned. When a search team arrived at their last known location, they found a scene of horror. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside. Some bodies were found half-dressed in the snow. Others had severe injuries, including broken ribs and missing tongues. There were no signs of struggle, and no clear explanation for their deaths. What happened that night? Let's examine the details. The Dyatlov Group. Who were they? The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. The team consisted of 7 men and 2 women, all experienced hikers. Their goal was to reach Ural Mountain, a challenging trek in the winter conditions of the Soviet Union. They began their journey in late January 1959. The last recorded location of the group was a campsite on Kol at Syakhl, a mountain whose name in the local Mansi language means dead mountain. The discovery, a horrific scene when the hikers did not return. A search party was sent to find them. What they found defied explanation. The tent had been slashed open from the inside, as if the hikers had fled in terror. 2 bodies were found near the edge of a forest, dressed only in undergarments, with no shoes. 3 more bodies were discovered between the tent and the forest, positioned as if they had attempted to return to camp but collapsed in the snow. The last 4 bodies were found 2 months later in a ravine. They suffered the most severe injuries. 1 had a crushed skull. 2 had broken ribs with injuries similar to those from a high-speed impact. 1 woman was missing her tongue and eyes. Despite these injuries, there were no visible wounds on their skin. The theories: what could have happened? Avalanche theory, a natural disaster. Some believe an avalanche forced the group to flee their tent in panic. However, no evidence of an avalanche was found at the site. The tent remained standing, and the injuries on some of the bodies did not match those typically caused by an avalanche. Soviet military experiments, a government cover-up. The location of the incident was near a Soviet weapons testing site. Some believe the hikers may have been exposed to a secret military experiment. Supporting this theory, reports of radiation on some of the hikers' clothing and accounts of strange orange lights seen in the sky that night. Infrasound, a psychological breakdown. A theory suggests that strong winds in the mountains could have produced low-frequency sound waves known as infrasound, which can cause panic and hallucinations. If the hikers were affected, they might have fled the tent in confusion and disorientation, leading to their deaths. Paranormal or Yeti attack. Some suggest the group encountered an unknown creature in the mountains. Local legends speak of strange beings in the region, and some claim the hikers' photos show a mysterious dark figure in the background. However, no conclusive evidence supports this theory. A final clue, a cryptic notebook entry before their deaths. One of the hikers wrote in their journal, "We now know that snowmen exist." Whether this was a joke or a reference to something they encountered remains unknown. Will we ever know the truth? After an investigation, the Soviet government concluded that the hikers died due to an unknown force. The case was closed, and no further explanations were given. Decades later, the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass remains unsolved. Was it a natural disaster, a secret experiment, or something even more terrifying? What do you think happened? If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest unsolved cases, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More mysteries are coming soon. See you in the next one.